Hello and welcome everyone to this Warcraft replay here. This is going to be a Night Elf versus Orc matchup on the map Secret Valley. And yeah, we are just going to go into it. We have Lynn spawning in as the blue Orc player in the bottom left and Foggy the red Night Elf in the top right. I chose this game because I looked at the army comps and I saw something really standing out, and hopefully we can see it later on in the game. I actually have no idea if I should just include in the title because, you know, just to indicate that it is just a different game. Or so I hope, I guess, but so far it's just been standard to start from both sides. Ancient Wall creeping at the Overseer camp over here for Foggy, and yeah, nothing all too much right now. I believe it's just going to be a Blade Master versus Demon Hunter. Just a standard start for both sides.
Work complete.
And yeah, it is going to be a Blade Master first. Now, Foggy could go either double Ancient of Laws or double Ancient of Winds, or he could go like tier 1 Mass Huntresses to maybe try and go for an early win, but since he is going Demon Hunter, he might be having late game in mind. I mean, it's not like Warden is not a late game hero. Definitely Avatar can put in some work, but yeah, just the Warden also does pretty well with Mass Huntresses at the beginning, so there is that kind of opinion as well, I guess. Lynn is not placing down the Voodoo Lounge, so it might just be a quick trip to the shop for the Blade Master. Wisp is going to spot the Blade Master popping out, and yeah, nothing really can be done about that, honestly. Foggy is just going to be starting with the Overseer camp and should be able to tank it very nicely with his Ancient of War. Also, I always like pointing this out that the poison units do not change targets. They have a unique AI where they like to spread their poison, but since the Ancient of War never gets poisoned, the AI doesn't know that it should move on to the next target. So always interesting thing about this one interaction here. And yeah, it is just gonna be early harassment for Lynn. Sorry about that Windows sound there, I guess. Hopefully it wasn't too loud. But the Blade Master getting one Wisp kill, nicely done there, and might be able to get two. No, he will only be able to get a Detonate off. Grunt is trying to maybe get that one, but the Moonwalls will be able to heal him right back up. And without any mana, it's gonna be pretty difficult to actually kill these Wisps. I guess he could just go for more detonations here, but is taking a lot of damage on his Grunt particularly, and only got one kill for it, so needs to be careful not to lose his Grunt, because that trade would not be worthwhile. Tier 2 should be going in for both sides here. Lynn did go for an earlier tier 2 compared to his opponent, as you can see. Only a couple of Grunts on the field there, but yeah. He also sold a TP scroll for a Circlet, and that's pretty much it. He didn't go for a creep camp. It seems like he did get I believe another Wisp kill there, so interesting. Grunt's just healing up at the Fountain of Health, and the Demon Hunter is going to be popping in for another mana burn. Who will wake up the dragon? I'm not too sure, but I don't think Lynn would be too hard pressed for that either way, since he does have pretty tanky units, and Orc units do benefit a lot more from that fountain than the other races, since their units are such high health. Close attack +6 gets picked up, so already at +8 for the Blade Master thanks to the Circlet from earlier, and yeah, just building him towards the late game monster that he could be. Demon Hunter has 2 Circlets as well as a staff in his inventory, and he also picked up the 15-second invuln from the Ogre Magi camp on the left, so
We're under attack.
yeah, nicely done. Bestiary Spirit Lodge here, and a Terran Chieftain is coming out, so I'm not too sure about the TC versus Double Ancient of Law, but I guess Lynn either assumes or has already scouted out that his opponent is not going for double Ancient of Laws there, because I imagine that the Shadow Hunter would be a little bit better, maybe, versus double Ancient of Laws, or just the fact that the Turn Chieftain's not as effective against that. But of course, against Druids of Talons, then the Turn Chieftain is pretty good, since Shockwave and Warstomp is a pretty good two abilities against those kind of units. So what was I saying? Overseer Camp being cleared out here could potentially drop another set of claws, and would be ideal for the Blade Master for Lyn, and will indeed pick up the Claws Attack +6. Beastmaster is going to be picking up as the second hero for Foggy, as he sells a greater mana potion. I guess neither of his heroes actually need it, and from what I'm assuming is going to be a Tinkerer level at tier 3, won't need that either. Double Ancient of Winds gets placed down there, so just building towards that late game army, I guess. Tier 3 has not started just yet. As I say that, it just started. Turn Chieftain Blade Master just sharing experience, as the Blade Master is a little shy away from level 3. I believe he will start harassing when he gets to that point and get full experience over to the Turn Chieftain, but until then, he's just going to be critting a lot against these creeps. Strength Tome is going to be given over to the Blade Master there. Yeah, I mean, I don't really talk about the tome allocations that much, honestly, and I'm not sure how important it exactly is, but yeah, just something to point out. I do sometimes like matching tomes to the attributes of that hero, but sometimes it is better to give it to some others. Blade Master is looking to get a creep jack here. He does have level 2 Windwalk, and it will indeed pick it up and pick up the Ring of Protection, Ring of Regeneration from that camp. So thank you, Demon Hunter, for doing a lot of damage for himself. And here comes the Turn Chieftain with a couple of grunts and a raider here. I believe Shockwave is learned and will be able to do a lot of damage once again. Moonwell is going to be forced to be destroyed, as the Wisps were kind of pulled off from that Shockwave there. It was not liking that risk of getting Shockwaved again, but the Turn Chieftain is kind of out of mana, so he is not going to Shockwave anytime soon. But the Ancient of War also gets taken down as well, so pretty nice gains for the Orc player so far. Armor supplies is currently 49 for Lyn and 34 for Foggy, so Foggy is kind of struggling here a little bit, as even with dots, being down in supply is not a very ideal situation to be in, and he is going to lose yet more Moonwells for it. I mean, right now, losing 2 will make him upside down in supply and no longer be able to produce any more druids, and yeah, a bit of a disastrous result coming in for the Night Elf player there, as I don't think he actually returned that many kills for himself, as Lyn is just going to be benefiting off of that fountain. Blade Master is going to clear out the remainder of the camp over here. No expansion to Sims just yet, but tier 3 did just start for Lyn, so we might see Troll Berserkers being added to the mix here. I don't know just yet. Troll Berserkers do sound pretty good against Druids, especially with their weapon advantage, but yeah, honestly, Mass Raiders by themselves is also a pretty good option anyway, so like, yeah, is the tier 3 even needed? Who knows?
Work complete.
Blade Master, his presence as well as his other units is gonna force the TP scroll from his opponent, as the Blade Master is going straight after that Demon Hunter, who does have invuln. So yep, needs to be a little careful there with the Blade Master. He is very low health and has actually no ways of actually escaping if he ever gets caught. Master's training has yet to be completed for the Druids there, so right now these guys are just pretty useless, as it seems like Master's Training has just finished. The first Cyclone has been casted, as yeah, this one Raider, a little too far ahead there, will be able to be taken down. Beastmaster apparently picked up the Legion Doomhorn from this Ogre Lord camp, so Unholy Aura is available for the Night Elves, as I guess it's alright. I mean, perhaps Endurance Aura would have been better, since it would increase the DPS of those dots, but I guess movement speed plus health regen is pretty good in itself. Lin is just going to be taking down the Red Drake on the top left. I believe if he ever ensnares, he does have ensnare researched, but he is not doing it. And it seems like, oh, finally, there we go. The Spirit Walkers were just doing it by themselves. Oh, yikes. Scourge Bone Chimes gets picked up there by the Tauren Chieftain, and that is going to be Lifesteal Aura for him and his fellow Orc units. That is a pretty big deal. Another Legion Doomhorn gets picked up by the Beastmaster there, so a little unfortunate, but that is just a quick bit of gold for himself. Forced TP, as he is a little worried about the impending attack, as the Dark Ranger gets picked up by Lin as the third and final hero for himself. So very interesting to see the Dark Ranger coming out. Pillage is being researched, and it seems like we have a Tauren Totem being built as well. So these were the highlight units of this current game, and yeah, we do indeed see Tauren Totems. Actually, might actually see Taurens being a thing there, as Spirit Walkers are indeed Master Trained. So even if dead Taurens do give experience over, I mean, the effort to kill them is pretty substantial, and then just instantly reviving them with a Spirit Walker is a pretty big deal. So yeah, very curious to see how this turns out, especially versus mass druids. Maybe like instead of just killing the Taurens, the druids would just cyclone them out for a good duration. So yeah, very curious to see how it does. Dark Ranger, I'm also curious as to why she was picked third. But either way, I believe the first turn is, or should be, started here. Blademaster is out and about, but he needs to be a little careful there. He can be spotted by that Hawk, and we'll just be able to run away. 63 versus 48, it seems like the first turn. It has been queued up there, so turn is on the way. I'm not sure if Pulverize has been researched. It doesn't seem like it.
We're under attack.
So you have to keep eyes on that if Pulverize even gets queued up. Levels, Blademaster is at level 4, Turns at level 3, and Dark Ranger is at level 2. Meanwhile, the Demon Hunter, I believe, should be level 4. Where's the Demon Hunter? Demon Hunter? I cannot see him. I think he's invisible. So, oh, there he is. He is not level 4. He is level 3. The Beastmaster is level 3, and the Tinker is at level 1. Mana Flares are on the in the air for the Fairy Dragon. Silence has been cast, but hasn't really hit a good number of units. Actually, pretty much half of the druids have been hit there. Coda Beast is being cycloned out of the game. And here comes the first Tauren. He is smacking away against the druids there, as it seems like Lin is slowly pushing advantage to his opponent. Hasn't really lost much. Meanwhile, has been able to take down a couple of his opponent's druids. It seems like the first grunt has fallen. As yeah, like I said, turn is just going to be cyclone out of the game. Blademaster as well. Tauren Chieftain has been taken down. I guess I didn't really point that out. There's actually too much going on the screen there, as the Beastmaster is going to TP Staff away home. Another Cyclone onto the Blademaster there, as are we even going to have a surround coming in? It's kind of risky since his opponent is right there. And here we go once again. Turn is still alive, but of course, like I said, if it does die, it can just get resurrected. Another more druids bite the dust there. Raider is going to go down. Demon Hunter, very low health actually. Not very pretty. Coda Beast is running after eating a Quill Beast, but it seems like it will just be chased down. As, yeah, things are not looking good for the Night Elf player. Even though he did take down the TC, it seems like it's just not going to be enough. There we go, Spirit Walker being taken down, instantly resurrected there. I believe that was exactly the same thing that happened the last time we saw Master Train Spirit Walkers. No turns, but just keeping revives on those Spirit Walkers. Blade Master is constantly being chained, crowd controlled, and this could be a death, I don't know. Seems like another Cyclone. Oh, there we go. Another Cyclone does get casted. Hawk is still in the air, and just even more damage onto the Blade Master. Will we see another Cyclone? It doesn't seem like it. I think one more would have actually sealed the deal, but not many of these guys were actually enough mana, so there is that. Demon Hunter is still below half health, as most of the Orc units are looking pretty healthy. The Raiders are the only ones at risk of dying. Meanwhile, the others, the Spirit Walkers in the turn, doesn't really have to fear death all that much, as another Spirit Walker dies, and I believe is just going to be revived once again. Oh, it seems like they're not going to revive that one brother, as TP staff once again from the Demon Hunter as he healed himself with the Moonwells, and here comes another fight. Turn Chieftain is popping out from the altar, I believe, as, ooh, yikes, devastating shockwave onto that group of druids, as a second turn joins the fray, and you can see here they are just trying to do their best. Silence, oh, very nice silence onto that entire clump of Night Elf units there, as the Blade Master gets chunked very low. The Beast Master also gets chunked very low and gets taken down by the Blade Master himself. Turn Chieftain, just normal turn is gonna get taken down, and we should be seeing a revive very soon. Right? Revive? Nope. I guess not. It seems like Lin is too busy chasing away his opponent, as Army Supply has cut down for 40 against Foggy, and Lin is at 53. Surely we'll see a revive there. There we go. Nice and full revive onto that turn. And yeah, things should just be reset for both sides. I mean, Foggy is doing very nicely with his army composition right now. It's just that, I mean, it's kind of hard to deal with units that kind of come back to life. So yeah, there's that struggle. Demon Hunter could be level 5 and could be a lot more monstrous than he is currently. That is just the downside of his ventures against his opponent this game. Wasn't able to get too many kills, and apparently it just wasn't enough to get that level 5. Lin is just going to attack once again. 58 versus 49. Is not producing any more turns, not producing any more units in general. Is at plus 0+1 upgrades for his turns and raiders. Meanwhile, I don't think Foggy actually needs any upgrades, since his druids don't actually use it at all. Another Windwalk assassination by the Blade Master there, and snare onto the Demon Hunter. Is there any real way of actually saving this guy? The Beast Master is not back, and the Tinkerer doesn't have Preservation Staff, as it seems like the Demon Hunter is running away. 3 health, just one more hit. He has actually no way of going invis, and is just going to be... Oh, he actually survives. I am actually surprised he survived with that low health, but I guess it doesn't really matter, as Lin is just gonna force the GG there. And yeah, turns. It's been quite a while since I've seen turns, and yeah, just another great usage of Ancestral Spirit. I think that's what it's called, reviving Spirit Walkers and turn alike. Hope you guys enjoyed this, and I'll see you guys again next time.